Emrasebedane to Sunday.
I'll proceed once more to adjourn the meeting indefinitely, and the meeting, this extraordinary meeting, is accordingly adjourned.
Na MPP adesia wa Emrasebedefie and wo mutese speaker ye democracy na wo de nanimu chichiri form no.
How can Mr. Speaker say that he respects the Constitution, but he will not subject himself to the dictates of the judiciary?
Na mampeni na nado danko Akufo-Addo His Excellency wajia tumu se 14 district bi wo hono ho a yamfa nko municipalities ye ena municipalities bi nso wo hono ho a yamfa nko metropolis. Na Ghana Consul General ya wo New York Honorable Daniel Kingsley Atabuafo and Wakase Watrasa NDC Franka Tufo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Akan Sembia Enyakra.
O policies necessary to enye atemi enti ebese ye ni ankasa ye former president Ontwaso no nya.
Na dufia ya wo Adakulo Amfoi Togbe Agbodaba ya watoso ensia and what describe we was say NDC 24-hour economy no a policy game changer pa. After Peace News decision time your name penning for Bekasa. My main fast dama Oceans Commissia or the Oceans Galley capsules a boam immune system now what they could yanya wenti yadian kawon to form that. MTN network ne swede Ghana fana baby abekobi MTN wo ho High Sense Ghana home appliances ya pepe DCS fie no office de ye toni nyina free ho Dolphin roofing system border so say dan ye baako ana say edan no yesi abom bebre obebo ni nyina so kama ediama budget cash and carry brewings energy drink yo yanom 20 years ni still yeguso a yenom say dumeko yada woroma ne say amansan tiame kwabena mafo matena se amede nsem eba afei ensem no ntiremu enie Emrasebedafo kwa asetena ene na eye MPP Emrasebedafo mpo ena ekire krata akoma speaker said yomunse se tie ne se omunsa Emrasebedafie na bra womu kwa Emrasebedafie no NDC fo bai womu akotena baabi a majority fo tena no womu so womu ye majority fo na minority ya yenya ne sisia wo Emrasebedafie wa eye MPP fo no womu de womu ankotena ase womu ama na no na speaker etena ase na wone womu a efro no mo sa majority kasa no en wo kire wonum se womunim enseseye a edam Emrasebedafie ha ansa na womu betumi asase tenase no so womunya nipa dodo bi a yefra ni se quorum na nipa dodo no eni ha enti womu se Emrasebedafie tenase a enye yie enti wetu aseda edan so a wode beba de yense danim enti wofra ne se Sunday
complied with the constitutional provision and got the administration to get the summons published to the notice of all of you. Unfortunately, the signatories who made the request have not shown up, and therefore matters that they wanted us to handle, which are admitted for the consideration of the business committee, are not on the order paper, and in fact there's no order paper for today because the business committee could not meet due to the absence of the people who requested for the recall. And as you can see, one side of the house is completely empty. In view of this, we have, as usual, got a quorum to sit, but we have no business before us to transact because the business committee, as you know, they prepare a report and this report is adopted by the House as business agreed by the House to transact during the course of the week. In the absence of that, there is no other authority that can put business before you which you have not adopted to transact. In view of the failure of the Business Committee to sit as a result of the refusal of those who requested for the recall to show up, we are compelled to once again adjourn the sitting of the House.
Yetu asetena no ase edafofro asetena no yetu aseda na nipa yete se wakase oye Speaker of Parliament Right Honorable Akan Kingsford Babin na omuwie yepe ena Dr. Kese Atoforsen ene wase ono na oye majority leader ewo mrasebedefie en wotre se omu ama mrasebedefie asetena ya ahomete ye MPP caucus no omu ha dwene papa tre se mu ankasa omu nsede nim adepote ya omu ye wo parliament wo na omu suban no a omu da na die no yapa.
We are extremely disappointed in the MPP minority caucus for first triggering a recall of Parliament under Article 1123 and Order 53 of our standing orders and failed to show up. 2, we left our busy schedule, suspended our campaigns and reported to duty this morning only to see that the MPP members of Parliament who actually recalled Parliament, we noticed that they failed to show up. This morning at about 7 o'clock, we showed up at the business committee meeting on the 6th floor only to notice that the MPP members of the committee once again failed to show up at the business committee. I personally called the committee clerk and I was informed that she is out of the jurisdiction and no one has reached out to him to her to program the business of the day. I was worried and reached out also to the MPP side and to have an indication as to what their plan is. No one responded. I am deeply worried and deeply concerned.
Dear yate se okase eye Dr. Kesa Atoforsen na leader Emma MPP caucus wa parliament wo esi aminhu samemfre no majority leader samemfre no minority leader Honorable Alexander Afenyomakin and walk at Speaker of Parliament say sa suban no a speaker da ne die no a democracy no wadi ne ni onyam tuchiri form.
Speaker is doing is to rehearse what the NDC is likely to do should they lose power, to bring chaos, to cause confusion. How can Mr. Speaker say that he respects the Constitution, but he will not subject himself to the dictates of the judiciary? How can you say that the judiciary is in collusion, is colliding with the president, and you mention the president as a person, as an individual? How? What Mr. Speaker is doing is in bad faith. First of all, he subjected himself to the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. And after losing at the Supreme Court, he turns around to attack the Supreme Court. His own lawyer, my respected senior Tadusoi, in court, argued forcefully that Mr. Speaker made a ruling, and he sought to justify the so-called ruling and even challenge the jurisdiction of the court in entertaining my application.
My application. The artist so say Honorable Alexander Afenyomakin wan vance wo and what say Usa NDC fuetiri mu pa omude ba parliament wo no mo a na yentokwa.
That we should share in that chaos theater with them. Never.
We won't do that.
We will not. MPP will not. Therefore, don't be swayed by their lies and their propaganda. The chaos they started is what they want to end. We will not allow that. So we believe that we have to win the elections right at the polling station and would go and work.
We will cite him for contempt.
Right now, what the NDC has done basically are the following. One, they don't want Ghanaians to receive their pay, public servant, because they know that after the election there will be no budget, and to be able to pay Ghanaian workers, there will be the need for parliamentary approval.
We Honorable Alexander Afenyomakin yenua Emmanuel Akole mrasebedefie na second deputy majority chief whip Osaya Mrasebetini ma this year was if she a contomra. Honorable Alex Tete Janubua. Yansa company. Aja radia sum dienkawo.
Bacha council.
Sadia me boy yanwa meka a second deputy majority chief whip no sa pepepe wa.
Me pacho nyamena de mena.
Yo. Dientina moa mo frem na sebedefie na moa nkoi.
Erika no ma me fasa kwenya we so na me ntia wa chief especially Stevia Contomer constituency. Me represent o mo as a member of parliament. Na me na mo nso ase na kwenya mo de ama me. Ye frere record say speaker Emma parliament and as the members of parliament yemra parliament me adwuma emfa mo Ghana no. Yesterday, the reason why Yefre record say speaker ma yemra parliament. And in ye bedu and anopano. Na ye leader, a friend say majority side on yen call for caucus. And in or draw speaker na attention say majority side no ye caucus meeting. 10 bia NDC ebe yo caucus meeting no. Speaker ba chamber na ye wo what Miss Mama be cutting the NDC for say more time kaka no mo yo caucus meeting. And no a basa na ye time mo ye. And na ye caucus meeting no. Ye wie na ye chamber no. Ye wa be run ye hu say NDC wa ba try side the speaker wa be tena na kunwa mu o make it a statement and say wa adjourn house no finally. But the question is say nyina chia say as to speaker ni NDC for no omo Bugana constitution ana adenti na Supreme Court ama order na speaker echo presario of illegality say NDC for na go to taga e wo be MPP for no wo na mo person create confusion because say akole aye mo representatives can kire wa omo no ko omo side wo no no omo edin ne bobo ho no abra clerk of parliament IT for no machine nso obi akonwa tie mmisa say NDC for no omobro mraso ana because o can article 2 clause 2 3 ne except to me a Supreme Court yede ewo and say Supreme Court ama order say speaking ade a we ye no tracing sign ho na me na me di assembly aba manim me wie na sa assembly ne me sie bu ano no mo de aye adwuma nti ma MPs 9 na also wa de kro mo seat no vacant no emeye o mo adwuma adenti na speaker ede ne reply court Supreme Court man the court and the lawyer call representative of court ho e challenge Supreme Court order na mo de aba no ama Supreme Court ebogu ye in the court process no court ho no the lawyer ne can say court ni needs 2 minutes obedience no mo ko high court mu na speaker ne rule say and ne o say just information on the man parliament ni e can say speaker of parliament ni NDC 4% man no ye bata ba yen majority side na ye jimla tum ye bumra no enya de be masa ho kwan no e say mo bi say o mo say adenti no mo ko chamber ho no no as speaker man no mo to majority side no ye target bo ho na omo de koko sisi omo side wo no mo betra ye side e say sa question na mo bi say omo enenne onabo ato force can say ono de ontie Supreme Court asem ontie court bi asem just speaker sa court ya ne ja ato force e wo ambulance case a o sisa powder e be gu chamber ho nyina so wadi nkonim enne de NDC for and the NDC for alternative now mo ka say Ghana for yanto aba mo na ni
Nabo.
Ye buy. But speaker na ni for na camp to mo ma ye nye government adwuma se na be ya 3 months e be da in January February month and send a new budget aba no ye ntua Ghana for ka free senior high school no nso no omo ma be ni nye de emma so eye 1D1 for companies e person be establish eye company of Ghana no emma so unless for ye for mo sika bia butin bia ya kwa akobọ na ye de betu emma so I don't know the day no Ghana for nan judge. But here so can article 17 clause 1 or say obie no one more time na so obiano is equal before the law. And it's a speaker or yemra nimni speaker watra parliament 32 years. na Supreme Court ama order simple statement as speaker be ka say minority for mo konko Trump be biamo on ti say asem no ye be ru awie no speaker ntimi nka minority ni nso no lawyers e wo mu ni e ni nso no e bu constitution nso say omo de ne speaker Akan no omo de ko na che say Ghana ye wasem but MPP ye ntra mo man no enye pasapasa through parliament and nti na ma ye koye hu say speaker na ko transit but mu misa answer na tem ye be transit speaker free leader any other side and say mumra ne transit na ye adwuma ye be two ma this o ma reason so almost say there is no business committee but o mo via letter na me de ba out no for the recall now me stated the reason why ya free for the recall and
honorable na hu ne say Samo call one more and can't to Quabesi Ho.
Oh, na say wo no me so rep wo bi sa call say and this one ko dey na mo ko with chamber. Omo ko try your side and court na ma order no member of parliament bi any one seat in vacant until 275 MPs ye nyina ye intact. And this one ko try on side omo to two tag na bon and kwabna ne tene say oba parliament on say baby a member bi a obetre bi o press say o kasa o phone ba TV no so ne o kasa bi anso e record ntie misa say almost stand that ben and almost can say yanko business committee meeting o hear the record now me here na Mr. T adwuma ye ba wa be of parliament and it's that adwuma no na ye ba be and there is no need to call for any business committee meeting. It has already record stated the purpose of the record. And none of the other paper no so speaker any work can on my government business behind the encourse.
Honorable where they are ketua bi enra na metie speaker kakra. Nana ai nintre mu ode ma no say te say Peace FM hai. Ne ya say mami mpie nko security wa abra me kind news. Nti me vant ma ye adwuma wa hanom a 8 years minim saa mra no. Ana me pia ko security wa abra me kind news. Na saa ensese na eda ha no minim. Nti me de ko Supreme Court to say omunya de wa abra minim saa ensese no.
Ko abra me da say first of all so we hear what they say and they are what Peace FM etna obekọ Adom FM what do you what dey din komo now one role is the national o managing director to me pamo
resignation letter adance yaba
intention for your next movement as a wabra boom now you take that action now it be you ready
and the SMT but krata
me say what dey din komo baby o wotie say me prese next year no wale cancer baby o yire ho another o prese o ko adwuma foforo mu now draw resignation ma Peace FM and that and be you ready
na basa ma tworo nso
fine so be that speaker on the petition ablen was chamber
speaker
MP on the 8th parliament no onye bio
speaker who a pusa e ba abonten a e kire say Samra sebedafo we say efri nnade ko said the process no saase no efri nnade ko ye ko independent the owo independent say efri nnade ko me ko MPP interpretation be na wom
enti kwabna wonim say enye speaker na timi declare obi seat vacant
and Samra sebedafo mo wan say
article 99 clause 1 ekon high court na bit me determine say Obi ayin as a member of parliament and we're vacating his seat and as on vacating Uti. Article 97 cross 1 G and H now. Speaker General so the years adiano. A new speaker and a declare vacancy. 2. Unim say honorable Aaron Edrisu, a lawyer with him senior standard orders in city or parliament order 99. There's a petition committee a yarn yati. The Haruna Anopano Bayano or the petition common speaker say notice of pool now won't be one thing. And the speaker answers our petition or non fair, speaker is all refer. But so be by order 93 urgent statement and no speaker new to me so rule. As in your speaker, I am a leader or a lawyer. Who so on person in any case, Quabni. And another speaker, Emma order say. Sam for phone wa omusi to mo advocate o mu say MPP ya baza wo chamber
there be
say PA because you're Jimla too, and now your leader can't say near speaker, or no, yet a woman, and so on any yarding. No, there are some no echo, no, the echo. Court to the speaker, order now I'm on a twin so. Number parliament members, number Juma. A cabana, your constitution in say, a cabinet 2 months, 3 months to the elections are. Unti mean the by election. Then this particular parliament, ended on the 6th January. Are you telling me, say, members of parliament and Nana are elected? Sabri, Omun, concerns in Nana.
Honorable, no, Ubisa, no, being Subisa, say, constituency being swad the home fear 9. Omun, yes, sir.
Ah, Governor, no, more kind, and Sabri, no more other than Concoto Abana today. It's a what to 8th parliament, and we are no being a woo on more to buy elections. And you've been a woo was our constituency now, who can to buy elections. You have 8 parliaments in every and some of them criticize our constituency. And at the end of the day, now you telling me, say, also for the speaker out of no mind, the writing. Governor, can article 2 no clause 2, 3 no. The Supreme Court shall, for the purposes of a declaration under clause 1 of this article, make such order and give such direction as it may consider appropriate for giving effect or enabling effect to be given to the declaration so made. Any person or group of persons to whom an order or a direction is addressed under clause 2 of this article by the Supreme Court shall duly obey and carry out the terms of the order or the direction. And here you have a referendum. And the constitution it too. And the Supreme Court Court of Ghana. Ama order. Speaker. Echemlebi wa Ghana ana.
Honorable Kituebi. Honorable Michelle a majority side. A year ho. Honorable Alexander Fenyomaken wo ho. Ekuku dam bebre ewo mo side. Ebi nso ewo NDC side. Honorable nti mu amu hono ntumi ntena ase emrase beja parliament na mu amu ntumi nsiesie mu asem won
Kwabra na tene say ye betumi akotena ase ne NDC fo aye business committee mi ya ye niam bibdaje atum sade we ne ebe nipa mienu miensa sorry no mpopo mo ni tira ato force ne mpanyfo a bibia di agu enne Honorable Kennedy Japan na enne mpanyfo kasa katra ato se ato bi branya me manim palen say NDC beba power na mo ba na mo anya majority na people from ba do you think say omo compete with you ana ato force nka say ene the way ni man ziko no kwama gbeja ene mpanyfo bi bedu won ma yentiase na ato force ja ni komo na wone eye no kwabra ye de ye bumra pa constitution no and a year yenkrad ye bibia yetumi ye de ye adwuma nti article 17 clause was all persons shall be equal before the law uti and obie ni wonu ma kwabri o chem na we wo Ghana constitution e da o ketekete no article 2 clause 2 ne kona ni o say the president the crown as the vice president no mo maka ni boost amla no so a Supreme Court be mana etimi de ne ko ayi prison forever.
Honorable Nkame jam wa kobat mo anso mra sebeje fie no ankasa mo nso mo mra no ba ko a
e do part as standing order no e change constitution no
me tresa mo mra no mo mra no nso trese se obi ye say ya automatically
wa mra ben
mra sebeje fie de no se
mra ben
article no na ye
fita kwabne unim se yes, standing order na ye adwuma no. Ye take instructive and instruct from the constitution na ye de atoto ho na enso ya ma order and as ye standing orders no. So unim zade.
Minim sir.
Order 93 na o kan no. Oti. Ah ye urgent statement no ni e no. Oko ye constitution no. Ene no so at the end of the day na me bi say bibia bia the constitution ni tofo. Say the be yen tra constitution yi mumbra. Kwabra ye constitution ni trese. Supreme Court na betimi atrere ye mra wo Ghana ha. Adenji na parliament yen transin sorry say ya no yeah ye make him ra e dey amount man no this executive na dey aba executive no kura the bay nemba na ehwehwe mu na ye fi se bibitia ye no yentimi nya wo ye san dey come back e dey come executive no e ma attorney general na say whenever ni partner president ama no order so onye sa bail in family no obi sisi no dey aba ni ndc for ne penny say ombe mabasa basa yo aba Ghana omo mpese bi tua workers ka omo mpese free senior high school bail na ye dey aba omo eya advert e kan say omo ntia say na ne abeso Ghana for over 5.7 million and kwalano omo ni say omo jai na ye mla ta ichira omo ni bibia de kan say Ghana for because omo manifesto ma ye no omo ni asimbia kan say Ghana say kukubu ni 24 hours economy ombeton data na won kekae nti kwabene ye de mla tum ani nti yanko ye basa wo chamber ho
yo onabo ye dase
Yamisra on Sonia Juma Power, but Kwabna answer now the corner. I can Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 16. Why?
Ecclesiastes chapter yo meti any na makwa akoka urade asem. Na ye free emrasebe de fie de no so ne akonsam foforo so. Ghana Consul General ya wo New York, Honorable Daniel Kinsley Tabuafo. Anna waka kyerɛ His Excellency John Dramani Mahama sɛ ensɛm bi a wɔka no aya wonya careful san sɛ wɔhyɛ takra wegyam ɛne abusua ntetemu ɛna ɔde ɛyɛ ne campaign
na ansa ni benya so biere na de esi ehunu ne sɛ abato aye ba betui ye wia di ansa ntra Ghana for me tie sɛ ɛyɛ former president ono ade vice ye nua ba no kan on me tie sɛ ono so kebi sɛ wudi policy and wudi atem but this is the case am so much ateni ye bia ambebe mu a ebebrebe every former president any painful bi ever na obakai a ebebi a etwemu okokan baloni bi ewo parliament ni nyina na yade mwa na mi kura osai kokan se bi ewo enkran se enkran for no de mu hia ne dokono ene ehyeto no mu de digitalization de enkamfa wo mu we nyina na nye kasako bi a wadi president
na eno ati no wotra se Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia digitalization Ghana for nyina wa too
Debi American say me who say MP before ni ambre campaign pa but then this is be so ni ambre campaign people are campaigning others are also complaining say dey see and this one dey obetimi aka Ghana for ebema Ghana for dey enye gidie wo mu eri dey here say MP before can be fa digitalization say dey be ya dey abefo kwantempon bitimi aye adwuma
Dear yate say okase ye Ghana consultant no ya wo New York Honorable Daniel Kinsley ata boafo na dufia ya wo adekulu amfoi togbe agbobada ya wotoso enan na obo NDC amanyoku abaso se 24-hour economy policy no yepa wode asem tudana Professor Jinana Upuku Ajimai edenen to above voter regional campaign tour akwa kopiemu ewo dufia adakulu amfoi.
It's never true that the NPP brought the first third road to Adaklu, as NPP claims. I want to repeat, Professor Jane Nana, it's never true that the NPP brought the first third road to Adaklu, as NPP always claims. The whole Ahunda at the Dome Road are great achievements of the NDC. Professor Jane Nana, it's no doubt that your active involvement in drafting the NDC manifesto, which brought about the 24-hour economy, is a laudable idea to solve the high unemployment crisis in the country.
Dear Tese Okase Yedufia ya owo Adakulam foye Togbe Agbodaba ya wotoso enan. Na majority chief whip sana osi yamfamfre no osaya mrasebejeni mahadese wo adekulu onabo Kwame Aboja governs ono okase wase abano monkoto na ballot no omube protect amam
President Mahama is somewhere else campaigning, you are somewhere else campaigning. It simply means that we are not taking Ghanaian for granted. We know we will win this election, but we are not sitting at home. We are still campaigning. Some people are sitting at home saying that they are going to use computer to win. We shall see how you do it. They sit at home and said, well, after counting, they will let the electoral commissioner get a private jet at the airport, one leg inside, one leg outside, she'll declare anything and run away. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Majority chiefship was I am Rasibetini Madesia war at the Kuluabatu Mpesiaso, Honorable Kwame Abaja governs. Na Yenia Patricia Sifa Fisher. And a court setna na Bishop Salifu Amuako, a live tapo international neba, yan Quincy Yamonimusem, Esiwo East Legon, Emani Pebi Esri Wunmunkwano. Yes, one son kwase kukumu kakra. Usa wenya 16 years. 16 years dear. Ye dino ko juvenile court. One ye dina asem to uma se odom for ya duma November there tosu edumi yansa. Yansa amfa nomra. Na eniama omudia abono subu omudia abono no. Enam se woye juvenile wuswanti. Yase ya charge no mansorota. Eni yasa charge no negligently causing harm. And yasa charge no dangerously driving and driving without valid license. Enti yasa say wadon for ya duma November there tosu edumi ansa onsa me piemu ewo court to be mu. Na Minister of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development and a decrate ye PA. What rest a mention be one more ye peja wunum dibrim. Pon Katamanso Municipal Assembly oko Metropolitan Assembly. Municipal Assembly Techimai ononso ko Metropolitan Assembly. Afe womunso a etua to asubie Gomua East District Assembly nso ko Metropolitan. Bole District Assembly ko Municipal Assembly. Efija kwa Abre South Assembly nso eko Municipal Assembly. Atuma kwa Ahoma District Assembly ko Municipal Assembly. Atumanwa Bija North District Assembly nso eko Municipal Assembly. Obuasi East District Assembly ye peja ko Municipal Assembly. Sechere South District Assembly nso ye peja edeko Municipal Assembly. Ningo Pram District Assembly nso eko Municipal. Anroga District Assembly eko Municipal. Southtown District Assembly eko Municipal. Sama District Assembly nso ko Municipal. Techimai North District Assembly eko Municipal Assembly. Ena Pru East District Assembly nso eko Municipal Assembly. Na Procedural a reputable energy solution provider and why in the first draw a woman terminating na your friend say nationwide energizing dream promo ewo Bogoso service station na sa promo yi omulante no October 1st 2024 a woni so ade hunu ne say customers ya womuni womu aye aduma te yefunum say loyal customers no ena womu fa akwanye so abo wonum aba so petrol so ba ye 10 years ni umasompa na enipa ekoye nyenipa ketua security agencies Droba for Radar Union, Channel Partners, Assembly, Royal Customers, Ekogu one bebrebe. Na 14 customers enya exciting price ya. Price no, ya the money pakura na nwajiri no. Ebinya tricycle, ebinya motorcycle, ebinya fridge, microwave, fuel coupon, ebinya phone, ebinya tier 2 category. Womunya niyama nya the only word here. Afe womune National Lottery Authority Akan ya womo ye raffle bi say draw no ne muda ho no mfan obi abenya ne chefa petrol so trese empenisi de jawa ne de asoa womosom edanso eyesonko womubu womu customers say communication manager Ewura Mark Etubuaten ena wo bo winners no abaso se we kura de eyenketenketen na next draw na ebeba no esoso se
promo no and yɛtene sɛ yɛyɛ no for 6 months. 7th month ni mu ne yɛbɛyɛ grand finale. Nti first month ɛyɛ October no. Ɛno ne draw ne yɛayɛ no na nkyerɛmu kakra ɛwɔ ne sɛ yɛbɛyɛ draw no wɔ yɛfiri ha yɛbɛkɔ Ashanti region and Ashanti territory wɔ yɛkasa yɛkɔ Ashanti territory a ne yɛyɛ wɔ hɔ no ɛsan fra Ghana nyinaa nti mɛmfa ne sɛ bi yɛwɔ western no western foɔ deɛ daa bi yɛba western a ɛnɛ obi wini yɛ ɔwɔ no nti yɛkɔ Ashanti so obetumi awini ofiri Accra obetumi awini ofiri western nti yɛbɛyɛ ne saa nti every month bi awie yɛ no ɔmo qualify for promo yɛde ɔmo di bɛma NLA ne yɛbɛyɛ program say ya na afei ne obewini ne yɛafrɛ ne yɛde ne nneɛma ma ne saa ne yɛbɛyɛ na akɔsi March of 2025 na afei April mu no nneɛma na ho ɔmɛkyi nyinaa yi yɛde mu maako 4 ɛde aka 2 cars ho Suzuki Expressos na ɛno so yɛde ama na ɛne yɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkan no ho a ɛwɔ sɛ ɔtumi tɔ 5 times ne awotɔ no bosome biara na afei waba saa promo no mu na ɛno nso so yɛ no wayɛ no in April next year.
Deɛ ɛte sɛ ɔkasɛ ɛyɛ communication manager Emma Petroso owura Makedubu aten Nana Akwesi Sompre ya wɔtɔ so mmienu yɛ ɔhene a wɔwɔ Bogoso Nana Kasai ɛna customers yɛbɛnya akyɛdeɛ no wɔn nso kyerɛ w'anigye.
Petroso for ɔmodwumadi a ɔmode ɛdi nyinaa ɔmode bɔ ɔmo customers aba so ne Ghana mining nyinaa ti dɛ kan sɛ Petroso for my idea nyadeɛ no nyinaa ne ntɔ customer care yɛ adeɛ very very important na the relationship between you and your customers no ɛna boa ma dwade bia kɔso Petroso nso ba system yi akyɛ kakra nti me fa saa kwanya nso no maka kyerɛ mo sɛ wo phone ɛtɔn no so mo di fa ma na mo de bro mo sɛ Ghana ha ya nso so mo refund mo so mo yeso benya quality work amamo no customers ntem ayɛ yankofa emu ntete da
Petroso ba Bogoso ha no matofo wɔ ha several times. Now, I'm to be frank, me the car baha, beto a check, and at the same time, a bomb engine. In motors, I'm riding the name and call our motors, I'm riding the and higher namomede, or Mr. Petroso, na Pragia 7, higher yeto, the petrol idea, because who put that movie PI and perfect.
The driver sitting with 2 4 Mukwa crack, Mazda Prade, some call Petroso company, our beyond the Cobium Kobu fuel. Not at all, others no one just a Petroso, no man a fine.
Deɛ ɛte sɛ ɔkasɛ Nana Akwesi Sompre ya wɔtɔ so mmienu ɔyɛ ɔhene ɛwɔ Bogoso yɛnua Nana Yaw Amoa Best FM Bogoso yɛgyina wɔ so ahome kaseɛ bɔ no so tia wɔ bi aba yɛba ɛyɛ decision time.
Peace FM.
Charlie, I feel about to idea. Imagine a baby pound. Me who dear meto amanimpo.
I don't know who the other Tomano. Would you make policy about Mama sorry, Baba?
I feel so NDC ban. You may be in Juman kitten. Mepesi a branch executive na di omuhobe gym. Say Kuko na person share poultry farm. Ketu be near Mao Akuko Bono, near Ton Kuko na Mao, near Mao Ediane or the better Ediane, Sika or the better Ediane amount.
Hey, now that's not mostly. Onya Nyantuasia. Inti waiting a papa say Yantu Abamano no. Abba, Papa no on sign cry. Dada noa. Mudie, my yentie policy bakwa, Dr. Baumia, I want my ye mebuno.
The person Mambunu Yenya Ejuma Aye. Jobs would be my major focus. Now, me be training 1 million youth in digital skills.
Enya nunku, was so be a bank, I'm a human kuma. Send a bay almost so meti me be omunum, no ma fire mebuno. Or sounds so say, Obema ya to adien, ne ye tianing kakra, and only credit scoring system no.
Hey, sir?
Oh, enya nunku ma san just back on count. Or sounds to say, or the idea your friend buy Ghana first policy beba. And no, opesa Ghana for new man baby. No with me fire mebuno.
Wow. Sisi adie. December 7th abatuono. Minim dia metuamano. Dr. Baumia. Wana metuamao.
Anio, board solutions na Dr. Baumia say, or the Bama mebuno. Way ye moon to akra. Mikra masisa majun. Sisi adie, nya dia metuama JDMP. The board solutions man. On one metuamano. Mo, minia way ye nina. Afi way dear, Dr. Baumia vote no. Yem fan cheche. And dear, therefore dear yem fan cheche. Therefore dear yem fan cheche. Vote Dr. Baumia. Number 1 on the ballot.
Wash, me your berma. Now so much trouble say me Bobia. Anti-Messi.
Oh, yes.
When we make a electoral commission for you, who are for so be my voters ID card in so.
Aha, and no tin who here say, who kwahwe wo nsem, wo bra omoye oyetrema bretia about for din trem.
Dia about for din tre.
Oh ni wo electoral commission for no namra so e di bretia din tre say obiara nkwahwe ni din ene ne ho nsem na se hu hia we siesie infom so biara e wo ho. Why?
Eno so hu hia, minimum tricks ni now.
Oh, yes. Aha, Mr. Isi crowd eba. Mr. Isi.
Tini ne no kradie mu. Eden na ekoso.
Yes, kase oyetrema about for din tre no e hu hia.
Hwe, wo din tre dwumadie no mu no. Wo betumi aye mfonso. Oyetrema bretia din tre ne yese. Obiara bekwa akọhwe se ne din ne ho nsem e wo register ne mote. Na wo se yeyi omo ewu din free ho. Ehu hia se. Wo siesie mfonso no nyina. Empo no prenkra mfoni da card no so. Na wo din so wo register ne mu die. Wo betumi ato aba wo December about one movie. Nanso ade ne se. Ye besrew pa. Si ehu oba wo card ne so. Wo bra wo ye berima abatofo. Eyi ye nhyehyɛ electoral commission for eye amaya to aba what ni nemu. Nukre mu na emu nso ada ho.
Yes. I was say wo chin nhyehyɛ ye didi. Besi yankɔhwɛ ye hu nsɛm no.
Abato obedwa e wo Ghana. Nkoso ne akuntabuo edi dwuma.
Happy Delight Food Juice. Wachulala, swachulala, chichi soso. Afrana pa. Epe pashu breakfast and was in woman. Joe Happy Delight Fruit Juice against with toast, cereal, and even them cool. And we a bread and fifi. The most fridge man. Happy Delight Fruit Juice. One of one. And you be here. Happy Medical Relaxing way. Tuano, when you're. Let's say what a chamado. Happy Delight Fruit Juice. Off and a baby, I bring you all day long. On fruit juice. I'm Happy Delight. One different flavors, different size. Can you number 1 letter? Number from 150 and 250 ml. A baby healthy life shows on your supermarket. Happy Delight Fruit Juice. Loaded with taste.
You can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
Has the exchange rate not exposed Dr. Baumia and the NPP? At the end of December 2016, the cedi to dollar exchange rate was 4 Ghana cedis to $1. Today, it's about 16 Ghana cedis to $1. This is more than 4 times the amount of cedis one needed to buy $1 in 2016. Today, as a result of the free fall of the cedi, many businesses have lost significant amount of their working capital, with many collapsing in the process. Did they not say yeti sikaso?
Yeti sikaso. Omenyo hiamai enam amemua enkoyeji.
Ghanaians are worse off as prices continue to soar on a daily basis. Putting food on the table has become a daily struggle. The hardship is real. It's time for change. Vote for change. Vote for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Peace FM.
Yama yetiefoɔ akwaba ene yedieni echre Bono East na Research Fellow Kumasi Technical University Professor Smart Sapon ona yensa kani Prof Radio Asumdie nkan o
Joso minia kwabra
me Professor say na mani agye sɛ na me aspiration sen kadate me professor.
Oh, I see. Naka area ben nka person professor no. Academic specialty ben mo nka person professor no.
Me mechanic you.
Oh, okay. Become mechanical engineer papa.
What's a professor or
Oh, minia madam for my game now, Kumasi Technical University and penny for the one mubako. You're Professor Prince Uswansa, or you're Professor of Mechanical Engineering, especially automotive engineering.
Wow.
And mechatronics.
Wow. Ayati anomami.
Professor of Automobile Engineering and Mechatronics, Professor Prince Uswansa.
Yo, Prof. Yansha Bono East here.
Good. Minia Kobna Pafo, Christmas drink count any year for you now and then you bring. You call the median so send ya a tear for me and fear here. If it's so, it's a bank account, Cassia. Namia dominant, it may discuss Bono East. Now, Namia Domo China, it may discuss Western Norfolk. Let's just say, yeah, TSC, Western Central Ashanti, Eastern Greater Accra and Volta. Regions are in extreme stakeholders. And just only more can discuss any stakeholders, but Nyakano, Emupipa, Yabam also 50 next week. At your form, so I need internal decision time. Now, I discuss it. Send your Batua 2020 call. Now, if you move from several communities in our constituency, international decision time, no more conclusions. Your farmer to join us for predictions are likely outcomes in 2024 elections. No, so we see a decision time one. Research outputs are a breakdown in FBI and Camille Bia. The moment here, the research feedback need to draw decision time so why far one now wait one among and yeah we the Ukraine and Major Chrome and America Sano. And the new Tia Chrome for so a natural no to one among Senebea. Say Yamawa, a Becoswatana Hosa, no Ashimukina. Nothing puts a Yamawa went to one among Ama et Yamatinasa in your favor. And that is the essence of the program we are doing. At Yefua, and near Betina, I could see next 2 weeks, you know. And she said, I had the Betuja, Ama Senia, Ubia, idiot, and Obia, Senia, Echo. Bono East, our constituencies Marco 11 to Baco. Yet 2 about 2020 year, now a mu Marco and Moche, Echo Chinyama Yoko, NDC Ho, and a movie and Sa Echo or Sunaman Yoko MPP Ho. Miensa Echo Sunaman Yoko MPP Ho no, Aye Kintampo South, Aye Minia Jain Ho, Honorable Alexander Jain. Now, Waba. Tachimai South, and no call Minia Martin, a James Acosta Ho, Brankweku, and Onudi Kunim MPP, and as over Pro Western Swa, Minia Stephen Jawula, and also Odin Kunim Dema MPP. Nangotia Aka NDC, Chinyama Yokono, Edi Mun Kunim, about to a train 2020 or Bono East no. Miaminia Sanja Nanja in Naim, Honorable Sanja Nanja, not just a table maintain no. Now say Waba Joseph, Kwame Kuma, Minia Kuma, and the Dink Kunim to Yaman Yokuni Demo of Pintampo North. Now say Waba and Kwanza North, Brajo Joseph, Akwesi Mensa, and the Dink Kunim to Yaman Yokuni and Kwanza North. Now Waba and Kwanza South, Minia Emmanuel Ajekum, Emmanuel Brakwajo. And now a dean could name honorable Ewan Kwanza South. Now, if you want to the very, very experienced lawmaker, Kabna Donko, Yedina, Kabna Donko, why we Kabna Donko, the editor, Afina Yawo. Now, if you want Dominic Napara, and near Sydney East. Now, if you want Sydney West, so Minia Ampofuchumesi, Honorable Kwame Ampofuchumesi. Now, say, what about the Chima enough? I lay Obapa, Yemina, Yemiaba, and was for Elizabeth, Obuswa Jare, and on Nusudin Kunim Ewo Adinti. Sana breakdown the coyer as a close of 2020 about one. And what Ekoma NDC, and Namiensa Ekoma MPP. Saying that Beko 2024 elections. Monkoso Anamoni internal decision time. Na Shisha Mukrojia, you various communities in this country is Zabano. Yedemo beche as we move on. Enti, the area, na one more, what to about aseno. Because decision time, so if you have the Kasiapa, you do a kita and turnout, and then rejected ballots, I see a tissue. Turnout, no, a set Kosoro. Turnout to me, a good way, I so maybe about Betuaba, and Kosoro Maya. You could see your decision. Democracy, no, Obia, where you see at IABI is Okoto Abanibi. Yes, same currency will be MP and Koto Abanibi. Bono East for Etwa Bad, dear, but and so then Miss Rosa pro East for and a presidential Oman to Abakura and no 77% turnout there. Na form kakra e besere pro East for akonya ya baby momu mfa nye efietina obia nkono nkoto aba saa so na tachi my south minua Martin adjournment caucus honso parliamentary no omampie ankoto aba. In fact parliamentary ni presidential ni na omampie ankoto aba. Presidential for example tachi my 78.9% turnout no 80% cry. And a parliamentary is 79.5% turnout, no 80% cry. And it is unfortunate. The whole capital, Mestre, a woman so be a busy dear, but 2024 dear, Sabi, when you are the idea, Maunwa, na I say, ya live in Mukusina amount, Obia, and I just about to be. Now for year, Tonso Diani to Niye, meaning of Naya Tua, Naya to Niye, na rejected ballots, Naya, no, the Dodo. Over parliamentary, for example, Abono East, Nipa to Abasa and 18,866. Now, I say, I know the Dodo. Concession, we say, Senate East for a 2 year essay, Banana, we say, any form. Rejected ballot, Senate East, parliamentary, 868. And presidential, so we say 920, the whole constituency. And none of them Sawum. The entire Bono East constituency in Enti mesre se we bia constituency na kan bia mbasa mutu abana mutu ni yeno munko sua enfri yenu anu ewo sene East for ho na no kra so ni yina so nkancho muso mudi enu so kra isade be wo soro afie yenya ya anka rejected ballots anka ebeko from kra tempo yenya zero ye fa free MPP biensa omo Bono East ni mu a Minua Martin, adjournment caucus, Yawunu Kwada, Honorable Kweku, adjournment caucus Martin, Edin Kunim MPP Dimu, Nya Manimu Hamunchichemu, Edunum, a Chilepo Milune 9, Onani near NDC non in the choir, so no Ben Pa, a Manimu Hamunchemu, Edia 9 Kono, a Chilepo Sunis, 49.67%. And parliamentary no many adjournments across MPP Edin Kunim difference 477 votes. In fact, Ghana Emma is sapa obididi Kunim Wobunu East ha you do on more Rebecca Wansem Sene West and you sapa the whole Ghana in a PF mobile many ample for Chumesico. You do on more Rebecca Wansem. But many adjournments across at the end honorable. Na 477. Na Myanmar the Chima Hoya interest in the presidential gap no na 5,655 in favor of the NDC. And a honor to me a battlefield there. And then in force na umutu wana mo. Say Myanmar Martin Kwekwe James Akosa Edin Kunimwa obehinya Jumaden senya onwa enimuno. Na fe yanko kunya dosu ni MPP di mu kunim Pro West. Yaba Tachima, me chat Tachima there also because I'm saying in name Tachima, but where be we near Tachima no, Tachima Fie, Tachima South near Tachima Fie, and Miniaba Elizabeth Hono, Tachima North. We say Tachima need to go down bend here, but we be an baby and nature. And Tachima North no to go down no Fakosoro. Na I say Tachima South na for Tachima Fie. Any Grunka Hono. And the Tachima no Caho, and that Tachima and Grunka Bebe, Hono, Albania Hensu, Nom, Cantanum, Sansamanum, Wangara line, Fiaso, Fulcrum, Taco Fiaconia, the Grunku, Bimbe, Tachima no, and the nature south, when she did back down, Ebe Bokumasi, Mofenso North of Washington, and the year Tachima south. Nafi Tiobo Domini de Cosrono, Aruanum, Crufromunum, and in a Bremunum, Cosrohonum Musano, Edeco Quintampo, South Honum, a Honor Nanakoya, by Elizabeth, for Jariho, Tachima North. It is under here. Tachima South of Westnia DB, and San Jumasia, and Nafia Quine, it runs through every square in the country. And near me to us free through West Noah. Now your MPP Akonya Openya Odin Kunim, the friend of the Honorable Stephen Jawula. Many Stephen Jawula Din Kunim Nya Manimo Hamuchemu Ebionumunsia, a chepo and Sonim Yenu 56.72%. And now Nimia on Injina NDC Demu, Enya Manimo Hamuchemu Ediananya Chepo Yenu 43.28%. Difference, no difference 3,935 votes. Over presidential, no dear, no bank, Accra, they will say NDC in Kunimudia, NDC 50.51, presidential, and NPP 48.15, difference of 663. Omo here JB school, then you are practicing upon some